day 84 of my carnival life, and somebody of you told me to write a diary every day and see what are the benefits of the carnivore and why are we doing this. So just to remind ourselves why we are doing this. So I will suggest we're gonna do it together now, today. Just tell me in the comments what your benefits of the carnivore journey are in total, and I'm gonna tell you mine. Then we can make a big pool of good things that are happening on carnivore. So what are the benefits? Also some benefits that I didn't expect. The first thing is less hungry, definitively less hungry. That's something that a lot of people were looking at me strange, how I am less hungry when I don't eat carbs. That's something that people don't understand, it seems, with a lot of people that talk to me. If you don't eat rice to your meat, you're gonna be hungry very soon. No, it's the opposite. As soon as I eat carbs or sugar or these kind of things or vegetables, I'm all the time hungry, and I do have this feeling of starvation. Even if I ate so much, I always have the feeling I'm starving. On carnivore, I didn't have that, not even once, you know, that I have this feeling of starvation when I'm full. It's more like a kind of a, you know, desire maybe, or craving sometimes, just because of, you know, mental state, stress, and these kind of things, or habits. But it's never the same feeling like you have on carbs and you know, sugary stuff and these and vegetables, that you really feel that you are starving. So that's definitely one of the biggest pluses I have on carnivore. The second one is minimalization of everything. I do have a very minimal life in general. The only thing that was overwhelming me was the constant thought of food, what I should cook, how I cook it, cleaning kitchen, preparing the stuff, thinking about what should we cook next, what is a little bit more variety in these kind of things, and also a full kitchen. And now I have a really minimal kitchen with minimal things I have to think about, and really take off this pressure of having the whole day thinking about food, basically, because you're eating, you're cleaning, you are preparing, you are going to shop, and these kind of things. Now I have my baseline, and it's so easy, and I always know what to buy, where to buy it, after, of course, a few weeks of figuring these things out in the end. But now I have it very easy, so it's really minimalizing my whole life. So that's the second part. The third benefit is that I do, the first time, listen to my body, like really listen to it, because my body is now able to talk to me. I do understand what it's needing, you know, especially when do I need more fat right now. And one interesting thing that I really realized, thanks to Brian, is I do need a higher fat approach when I'm in the office and I have to think very complex things and this kind of, you know, IT shit. So there my brain needs the most energy, and therefore I need fat, so my brain will work better. But as soon as I have a weekend off and I do want to be outside, I want to do sport, my body needs more protein to work better. That's really interesting. That's really what I figured this out, and it's really like, oh yes, because my body works on protein better, but my brain works on fat better. So that's really interesting. Right now I'm, you know, doing my work stuff in IT, and I really am craving fat. I'm really craving fat, and the whole weekend I was craving protein. So that's very, very interesting. So I'm happy to read from you how is with you guys. So that was a very, very big lesson for me also to realize that. So I know now that I always have to prepare more fat things when I'm in the office, and to take it with me in my office for lunch and these kind of things. But I need also to have protein or higher protein approaches on the weekends when I'm really needing to work out and these kind of things. So the other point, which is what really, you know, amazed me, is as soon as I figured this out, my body works so amazing, especially with sports, because I'm really want to be active without forcing me to do something. I sometimes really lay in bed, I have like an energy boost, and I wanted to do some sit-ups and crunches and you know, all these kind of things just naturally. And I think that's the most beneficial part in carnivore, that the things come natural if you just let go. If you just let go and realize what you need and just listen to your body. So that's what I realized the most. If I listen to myself right now, because I'm now able and capable of listening, my body works amazing and really good. And I never had that much of a drive to do workouts and these kind of things with that much fun. You know, it was always a little bit, you have to do this. Now it's like, I want to do this. I'm having fun with it, you know? And that's something I never realized, that I will have this kind of thing. So that's a big, big step. One of the most important things in carnivore that I learned is the food industry and these kind of things, to read the labels. You know, you do that often in these kind of things, but not in that precise reading. And then you have this epiphany moment that like 95% of the stuff you were eating are full of chemicals, full of shit. It's not even just sugar or carbs, it's just full of shit, full of pesticides, full of things. And if you get into this food industry, you are overwhelmed, because in the end you figure out you can't eat anything. Because meat as well, there was a video, I think I posted it on Instagram. There's a video where how they, you know, make the meat you know, cheaper, and then they put some chemicals in, and that's growing the meat. So also the cheap meat is not the best approach in the end, because the industry figured out how to even ruin all the good and healthy things. And that's why the source is so important. And I think it is difficult for a lot of people, especially with, you know, lower incomes and these kind of things, to really have the high quality food. Why is the high quality food important? Because the lower quality foods, which are not from a farmer or these kind of things, they tend to also manipulate these kind of foods, so they're not healthy anymore at all. And that's, I think, also a little bit the problem we all struggle and have in the end. So, but in the end, it's still better with all the other benefits than all the other crap, which also contains all this shit. So, you know, I think that's really hard to figure these things out and, you know, see that, and maybe not have the money to buy these things in the end, because, you know, there's always ups and downs. And I had, you know, times where I didn't have money to eat. Actually, I was even working in Cyprus and we went out of money. So we just had to eat one day, and we only ate for €2. We ate tuna from a can with the bread and some fries from the restaurant across of us, because he liked us and that was what he was giving us, so we wouldn't starve. And the rest of the day we did sleep as much as possible, so we shouldn't be hungry. So I do know the struggle with when you are not having enough to buy the right things. And in the end, my family went through up and downs a lot. You know, we had a lot of money, we had not money at all, and, you know, then average money. So I know the struggles with all these kind of things, and I think the quality of meat is now a big thing. And I just realized that I'm spending too much money on carnivore, to be honest, because I'm buying the really more expensive things because I like it more. It's just more tasty. But now I realize it's too much. I'm getting poor a little bit. So that's why in the morning I did have ground beef with some egg yolks instead of my usual steak. So I'm trying now to figure out the balance between the cheap meals and my expensive meals, and just try to figure a balance out. So that is a point on carnivore. We have to be honest on that. So that's one thing also I figured out. But it's important to have this, what are the ingredients of the things we are eating. I think that's the most important part. And also to get a little bit more educated in about, you know, what is actually refined oils, what are these things, because a lot of these things I didn't know, and I'm not sure if I even want to know it in the end, because it's overwhelming. Because when you, like me, have these informations now combined and constantly showing up in my feeds, because I have a topic, you know, which I'm focused on, and social media gives you from the algorithm all the information you want to have. In the end, I go out in a day and I'm telling myself, I shouldn't eat anything. I shouldn't even breathe air, because that's also bad for me. So in the end, you're really devastated how bad this world can be, you know, and how much shit is happening. So that's why I think it's very important to have these detox social media things, not like writing with friends, but not to look into shorts and reels and too much of these people giving interviews what is good, what is bad for you, because in the end it really can feel overwhelming, and you will just be in this aggressive state of mind at some point, and you will, you know, try to fight against people who have a different mindset. That's also what I realize in a lot of people. Also in a carnivore world, fighting other carnivores is just stupid. It's just stupid, because there is an opinion on every fucking topic. It doesn't matter. Every topic, everybody has a different opinion. If it's raw milk, most of carnivores say it's amazing, drink raw milk. Most of the carnivores on the other side say don't drink it, it's just for kids, you are not supposed to eat raw milk. So, and then there is the third side who says, you know, it's full of bacteria, you're gonna die from it. You know, just figure out by yourself what you think is good for you and what feels right, because if you just listen to it and your gut tells you otherwise, just do it. You know, with the raw milk part, I do think that it is really for children if you think about it logically, until they're growing up, and as soon as they're you know, capable of eating whole foods, they should eat that in the end. But still, on the other hand, we do enjoy now the raw milk. We do enjoy it. My son loves it. I think that's a variety that we are now enjoying to have at some days and treats. And I use it just not, I don't drink it like this. I don't do that. But, you know, with my pork rinds, a little bit of milk and a little bit of cinnamon. I love that right now. That's what's giving me a lot of energy and just feeling good. So I do get my raw milk from a good source, actually. So that's why I, you know, have all these kind of things. And that's my personal journey, and that's how I feel. So everybody can have another opinion and just do whatever you want. Just don't tell others what to do in the end. So that's the perspective about what is right or what is wrong is really changing a lot. And at some point, it's really important just to don't give a shit. So that's what I learned. I stopped, you know, worrying about what other people are telling me. That's also what I learned on a carnivore journey. Now I'm just doing my thing, and my journey, my thing. You know, being a narcissistic, egocentric idiot. That's what I'm now, and I'm happy with it because it works better for me in the end. What did I learn more on carnivore? I did learn that there is always a place for you. You just need to find it. And I never felt, you know, at the right place when I was a vegan or when I did some certain kind of sport or work and these kind of things. And along the road, I somehow find my people or my places. And with carnivore, it's like a click moment where I know I found my people. You know what I mean? With you guys, I now know that you, from your mindset and how you see the life and these kind of things, there's the most highest chance that you are more you know, working with how I think than instead of all these vegans and how they act and maybe some American diet people. So they do have another mindset also on things like the government or, you know, some other topics. So I do have the feeling that I'm most compatible with the thinking from carnivores, because they do have also a little bit of similarities in this kind of direction. Not everybody, because like I told, there is a lot of black sheeps and white sheeps in there, but in the end, it doesn't matter. For me, I have the feeling that I found friends here, and I'm really appreciating you guys so much. And it's a part of my daily life also to read from you or just your comments and see how you are doing as well. So I'm really thankful for that. I really am. And it just gives me this friendship, you know, having these friendships, because I don't have them in real life. And that's, I think, the most important part for me. So there are a lot of more things, you know, also with my son, just taking more care about him. Also, my mental state is getting a little bit better. It's still very unstable with a lot of things, just hormonal. I do feel that. And also with my MS and these kind come back and go away and these kind of things. But it's getting better. I'm getting more chilled. And I think that's the most important part, just being chilled. And that's what took time. And I'm still maybe not 100% there yet, but I'm pretty good, I have to say. I'm now pretty good, feeling very, very good in my body with my mental state. I don't give a shit. I don't let anybody, you know, just force me into stuff. I'm not that strict. I'm letting go of all the dramas in my life and also all the dramas online, and just relax and keep it fun, keep it casual, and still have this kind of journey that I enjoy, you know, and not being too, I have to do this, oh my God, I'm going crazy, what I had in the beginning. And now I'm just really chilled. And I do see also the benefits with, you know, how I act around people, how I socialize, how I'm being outside. I love to be outside right now, which I didn't love to. So there are so many unbelievable benefits, and I think we should have that in mind every day. So I'm happy if we all remind each other sometimes when we're having a bad day how good this is and how good we're doing, and just not to overthink it and overdo it and just be too, you know, this, but be more light and have fun with it and the journey. So I'm happy to read from you guys, and now I have to go into a meeting because I just had a short break. So looking forward to read your amazing things that happens in your life, and happy to see you tomorrow like always. Bye.